Senator Paul Gazelka said right there that he's going to do everything he can to stop red flag firearm confiscation and universal gun owner registration. But don't take my word for it. Here's Senator Paul Gazelka.
This is a good Second Amendment gun crowd. Welcome to the Capitol. Welcome to your Capitol. So when I made that statement to Rob Dorr, the governor, the House, the Attorney General, and everything else but the Senate was controlled by Democrats who were also anti-Second Amendment. And in the Senate, we had a 34 to 33 majority. One vote majority. One vote. And it was our commitment to do everything we could to stop some of the crazy laws that are coming from, or crazy bills that are coming from the House. But I want you to know that there was a special election. Senator Jason Rarick, who wasn't a senator at the time, decided to step up to the plate and run in District 11, which is Cloquet down to Pine City, and for a seat that we had never won before. I don't know when, if ever, Republicans have ever served Cloquet. But the reason I'm here today is the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus got behind Jason Rarick, a Tier 1 Second Amendment defender, put their effort into it, put your effort into it, and guess what? We handily won that race. And now, instead of 34-33, we're 35-32, and I gotta tell you, it gives me a little bit of a swagger. I can tell you with confidence, even though the governor and the Democratic House wants universal background checks, it ain't gonna happen. And I can tell you that the crazy red flag laws that they have that will pass, if they haven't, will pass out of the House that the governor would sign, the Senate Republicans and a handful of Democrats in the Senate will stop it. I got a couple more minutes, so I just want to broaden this because this is a group that are true patriots, love of God and country, that I am privileged to be a part of. I grew up on the range, Virginia, Minnesota. Deer hunter, grouse hunter, duck hunter, goose hunter, pheasant hunter, squirrel hunter, all before the age of 14. That's how I got the love of the Second Amendment. It was really through hunting. Others like trap shooting or just doing other things with guns, but that's where my love came from. So it gave me a passion for this issue among a few: pro-life, Second Amendment, family values, religious liberty. But I wanted to share something that I heard from somebody else. So this isn't my brilliant idea, but this is for patriots. To remind you of who you are as Americans. If you look at every single coin, U.S. coin, there's three things on that coin that will remind you and help you tell others who we are. Three things on every single coin. The first one is Latin e pluribus unum. Every single coin, which means out of many, one. Out of many, one. We're meant to be and are a melting pot. We're immigrants from all over the world that come here legally. We want you. We want you here legally. And then we want you to swear allegiance to the flag and be one of many Americans. Out of many, one. That's very, very important for you to remember and never forget. The second one is the simple word liberty. Yeah. Liberty. No place in the world that has ever given the privileges and the freedom that we have in America. And it's called liberty, and it's defended by Second Amendment. And finally, the third one that we should never forget, ever forget, in God we trust. They knew that religious liberty was important. They wanted to remind us that we have a loving God that is over all, sovereign over all, and we listen to Him and we get our rights from Him.
That's right.
Second Amendment rights are not from the government. So lastly, I'll say, as a Christian, as a follower of Jesus, I will tell you that when He reminds me to do good, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before Him, which is said in Micah 6:8, I don't forget that. When I talk about a swagger, but I got to tell you, we all need to walk humbly in this place. We've been given a tremendous gift. And when Jesus said to us, that the meek inherit the earth, He's not saying the wimps inherit the earth. Meekness, according to Jesus, was power under control. Power under control. So they didn't have guns back then, but the description that they had was a sword in its sheath. So here today, it's not about swords, but a lot of us have the ability and want to and do carry. But think about that power that you have. Most of you, it's holstered. So think about that when you're trying to influence people around you. Not everybody shares the same view that we have, and it's our job to convince those in the middle that don't know better, and it is by our example. So remember, power under control. Think about how you represent the Second Amendment. It is critical that we defend it, but it's also critical that you represent it well, because it's a great gift that we'll never lose. So thank you. God bless you.